Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kool-Aid Podcast. Today we're gonna be diving into the Barca Getafe game. Um, so I gotta introduce you my co-host Alex and Lies.
Hey guys, what's up, guys?
So let's get into it.
Well, what a game, right? From the beginning, we knew it was going to be a hard game. Maybe I think we overestimated the game yesterday. I think my scoreline was what 3-0.
Yeah, you went 3-0. I went 2-0 just because I knew
Yeah,
that this was gonna be like the type of game that Getafe was gonna
I
give
was able
us.
to make it to the stream, but I would have guessed 2-0 too. I didn't think Getafe was gonna concede that much, but
No, yeah, because like in the previous meetings that we've played against Getafe, it was always 1-0, 1-1. It was like very tight score lines.
yeah.
Um,
It was definitely a hard game to play, and we
yeah.
saw it until the very end. We were there. I thought we had a sloppy game
Yeah.
overall, but
Hmm.
until the very end, we were defending. And at the end of the day, what matters is we got the point. We got the
Yeah.
three
Well,
points, and
we,
we
we, we got the 3 points, so that's the most important thing. When that first half, we didn't play like the greatest game of football, but we also didn't play horribly. I thought we played good. We were showing some high intensity. We had a lot of chances. We couldn't finish them. The second half, though, the second half was atrocious from Barcelona. I
Mhm.
thought that we were lucky in some moments. There were a couple 1v1 saves that Ter Stegen had to make. Ter Stegen was vital in us getting the 3 points today, and that second half, Getafe just like mounted on the pressure. But Barcelona are going to have to do a lot better in the next games.
Yeah, but overall, like we've been saying, it was a very inconsistent game from Barca today. We saw in the first half there were players who were carrying us. I thought Busquets played insanely well today. Pedri Gavi had a good performance. Ter Stegen for me was crucial today. He was my man of the match. I know it was given to
Yeah.
Busquets, but
Hmm.
to me it was Ter Stegen. He put a crazy performance,
Yeah.
especially even the ones that were offside, those few chances he still stopped them,
Hmm.
right? They didn't score. And what's more, the ones that they did score, I mean that they weren't offside, he stopped. So he was phenomenal. Now again, in the first half, I thought offensively we weren't doing bad. I just thought it was a matter of us not being able to finish the chances, which is what you were saying before. And I think that's largely due to the fact that we didn't have Lewandowski.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Rafinha and Dembele is a good combination right now. Rafinha certainly had a pretty bad game today.
No. Well, but then again, okay, so
He
this
did
is
give us the
how.
assist though.
Yeah, he did give the assist. So, and the thing with Rafinha, his crossing is unmatched. I think his crossing abilities, he gave some very good crosses.
Mhm.
And throughout the game, that for example, if Ansu Fati gets there a little bit quicker, or if that defender is a little bit slower, it's a goal because Rafinha was putting in some amazing crosses.
For sure.
And we say this time and time again: Rafinha on the left does not work at all. If
Mhm.
you want to play with Rafinha, he has to be on the right. There were some moments in the game where Dembele and Rafinha they kept on switching sides, and it just didn't work. It's either Rafinha on the right or do not play him at all. But
no.
this is
And look, I completely understand that. Obviously, we're a little short-handed up top for with Ferran not really doing much, and then Lewandowski still out with a sanction. But I mean, again, Rafinha's crossing has not been a problem, but you see that when he will have to be in a 1v1 or trying to control the ball in tight spaces, he will lose it.
yeah,
He
yeah,
could not hold on to it. Yes, his crossing is good, but you can't be a winger that all you do is cross. Look, on the other hand, Dembele had a great game. I think he had a really good game. Obviously,
yeah. Hmm.
sometimes he will do stupid mistakes, but he gave a great ball to Kiesi at the end of the game.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you saw that.
Yeah.
Another great ball to Sofati, who tried to curl it and went two
Too high.
2 miles up in the air. Um, but he has some really good moments. Kind of recapping what Alex said, Ter Stegen, he's having one of the best seasons that we've seen from him. He carried today. Um, Pedri with the really nice goal, he had a good game. Nice to see Gavi continuing to get more and more minutes. He played a full 90 today. Busquets, yes, you can tell that his agility is gone, but he's still controlling
Hmm.
the pace of the game. But the biggest issue was seeing that Ansu Fati, he's still not he's still trying to
Yeah.
find it. and he's getting as many chances as possible. Today, he has several chances that he could have gotten a decent shot on goal. He really didn't do much. And then, I mean, up top, the biggest highlight was Dembele again.
Yeah.
Rafinha with his
Mhm.
crossing.
Remember.
Yeah, and you know, but we gotta put credit where credit's due. The play of the goal, it wasn't anything spectacular. Christensen intervened in the
Yeah, it
pass.
was a mistake.
Key pass from Christensen because
Yeah,
he was
no, no,
vital on that
no.
goal.
Christensen played well. I believe he asked to be subbed out. Maybe
Yeah.
some soreness or some.
But yeah,
He had
discomfort. Uh
discomfort
huh.
in his foot, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
let's.
no, it was in the left hamstring. At halftime, both Christensen and Balde were subbed off.
Yeah,
Um,
Nothing
if
on body.
on Balde, it seems to be it was like a technical decision, which is I don't know why you would sub off Balde
yeah, I thought he
at
was having a good
He
halftime.
game.
played great the
Yeah,
first half.
exactly. Like he played well. Christensen, it seemed that he has some discomfort on that left hamstring, and so Xavi didn't want to risk him. And that is a very smart move because Christensen is one of the best defenders in this team. And we have a game midweek against Real Sociedad. We're going to need him in that game.
Oh yeah.
So it was a very smart decision from Xavi to rest him. But this is how Barcelona lined up with Ter Stegen in goal, Balde, Christensen, Koundé, Sergio Roberto in the defense, Gavi, Busquets, Pedri in the midfield, Rafinha, Fati, and Dembele as the front line.
And before you go, I have a quick question. Was there any news on Araujo before the game started?
It seems that both Araujo and Frankie de Jong had some slight discomfort, so Xavi didn't want to risk either of them, and
'Cause
that's what.
I tried looking into that,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find anything that said that they were sitting out because maybe like yellow card trouble
No,
or
no, because of that. No, it seems that they sat out just because of some discomfort, and because of that midweek fixture against Real Sociedad. Xavi wanted to basically rest them, but make sure they were at 100% for that midweek clash.
and look, talking about the subs, Jordi Alba had a pretty solid game. He did. I forgot in what minute it was, but he did a beautiful pass that cut right through the middle of the penalty
Mhm.
area. That Ansu Fati had a bad touch and went away from him. He, I mean, he wasn't that. He wasn't. He was pretty decent. Marco Alonso had some good recoveries. Not much to see there, but overall, I mean, the subs were pretty. They were
Yeah.
pretty decent. Kiesi continues to do a really good job. He has some good passes. He had that pass from Dembele that he could have probably shot at the una like with the first touch, but he
Mhm.
decided to hold on to it and he still got
Yeah.
a decent shot in. So I
Mhm.
mean, good job for the subs.
Yeah, but actually, I when Xavi was making the subs, I was like, what? Like, I didn't understand what he was doing because at halftime he gets rid of both Jordi Alba. I know he gets rid of
Balde and Christensen.
yeah, Balde and Christensen. They both come off. I'm like, okay, Christensen, some discomfort. Balde, I have no idea why you're subbing it off, especially for Jordi Alba. But you know what?
Dude,
I'm giving him
Balde
the
was
benefit.
dominating in the first half.
Exactly, he was dominating. And then at the 62nd minute, he brings on Frank Kessie for Rafinha. He goes to that four-man midfield, and I'm thinking that the game isn't won. And especially against Getafe, wouldn't you want some more attacking firepower to basically finish the game? But then I think, hey, maybe Xavi wants to basically control that midfield and basically like pack it.
Either way, think about it. How much firepower do we have up top right now?
Yeah, we don't have a lot either way.
Ferran,
Exactly, we don't have a lot, and so even
Ferran's in his worst shape,
yeah,
and
exactly. So taking off what Rafinha, bring on Kessie, like we have even less firepower.
But
no,
I get it at the same time because if you look at it, Rafinha was having a pretty poor game today.
No.
Aside from the cross that he gave for the assist for Pedri, it was a good pass, but overall he lost the ball a lot, gave some poor passes, and I think it was the right thing at the end of the day because he didn't want to risk it. I would have opted for more goals, but who knows? Maybe Getafe could have counterattacked
wait,
that one.
I have a question. What do we think about Eric Garcia's game?
Eric Garcia, I
It was
think
okay.
it was okay. I didn't think he did anything particularly wrong.
Because like we can all see that he's kind of falling back into like the
Yeah,
into the
at the very
background of,
at the very start of the season, and that's actually a very good point as well. At the very start of the season, Eric Garcia was Barcelona's best defender because Araujo was injured during that time. And even with Araujo on the pitch, it was Eric Garcia and Araujo starting. Because when you think about it, in the game against Bayern at the Allianz, it was Marcos Alonso, Eric Garcia, Araujo, and Kunde. That was our starting back line. Christensen, he was used as a sub. So now it's opposite. It's right now Eric Garcia who's last on the pecking order. But and then on the 77th minute mark, Sergio Roberto was subbed off for Marcos Alonso. So Marcos Alonso was brought in as that left center back, and Jules Koundé moved on to the right back. And I thought that Marcos Alonso played a good game. There was a tackle where Getafe was through on goal, and Marcos Alonso basically tackles the ball and is
Yeah,
able
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to intercept it. I thought that was a very good
Yeah,
play from him.
yeah. It was done by the left back. Um, I have this feeling that now, like during the summer, Barca needs to find a real right back. They can't just keep rocking out Conte and Araujo out there. And once they do so, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe halfway through next season, Garcia requests to maybe be taken out on loan or go somewhere else because there's gonna be a cluster of center backs in the team. And
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can never have too much depth, but Garcia's gonna want to play. And we're seeing right now that there's more space because of the right back situation. But and again, it's not like he's playing so amazing that Xavi's having tough decisions. Xavi knows who he has to play, and Garcia is not in that equation unless it's for minutes.
But we do gotta remember that I believe what Xavi is trying to do with the team is something similar to what Pep Guardiola has with Manchester City, where he essentially has a UCL team and a league team,
Yeah.
right? And the way he does it is, I remember. I mean, this season has been a little different, but I remember last season he would play Ake, Walker, Stones,
Okay.
and Cancelo for I believe the league games. But when he would play, or vice versa, but when he would play UCL, he have Laporte, he have Stones. Like he would change it around. So he would put some players to start in the league, some players to
No,
start
but either way,
in the
it's
UCL.
it's not like Garcia starting in the league.
No, I understand, but you can of course have Garcia for
It's
lesser
rotation.
I
tournaments.
mean,
Like,
I feel like Xavi has more trust. He has more faith in Alonso than in Garcia.
well, but that's my point. Like, if you can get a couple more defenders, whether it be fullbacks or center backs, that gives you the option to
Yeah.
rotate the team, have the ability to say, hey, it's a league game against Celta or
Yeah.
some other insignificant team. Why don't I play my
Yeah.
less important players so they can get minutes?
Yeah.
So my players can be rested, but also so we can win the game. You know, it's not like we're putting in
Yeah.
bad players. If you have, I don't think Eric Garcia is a bad player. I just think he's a little inconsistent. His passing is good, but his one-on-one defending isn't the great. The
Yeah,
greatest.
that's the exact point that I was going to bring on. When you play for Barcelona, you need depth in many different areas just because you're playing so many games. You're
Mhm.
playing 30, 40, 50 games if you make it far in some competitions. And so a player can't be playing every single game of the season. So we're going to be needing some rest. We're going to need to rotate. And remember, there are injuries throughout the season. For example, Araujo, Kunde, Christensen, all of them. Even Sergio Roberto was injured. And at one point, we were just like we were playing left backs, right backs, and in center back positions. And so for the next season, the center backs options are going to be Araujo, Kunde, Christensen, and Eric. Those are going to be the four main center backs. And I think that basically covers it. And the main acquisition is going to be for that right back position to see who can come in and slot that area.
I'm having a hard time believing that Xavi's gonna trust Alonso at left back. I feel like Balde's obviously it's good to have depth, and he's gonna be the depth that we need at left back.
Yeah.
But with Balde, the way that he's playing, I feel like Xavi's gonna see Alonso more as like
Yeah.
a center back option. All we need to see is what happens at right back because Bellerin is gonna be the backup right back. But
Yeah.
obviously he doesn't have what it takes to be a starting right back, and we don't know what we're gonna do. So.
Yeah. Um, but before we round off, guys, man of the match and match rating. Well, what do you think?
Man of the match, I'd say Ter Stegen, and the match rating is 7,
A 7?
just because we won. But that
Okay.
game, how we tied it would have been like a 6.
And me personally, everybody was saying Busquets because he played a great game. Pedri because he scored a goal, but I was interested. He had like at least 2 or 3 one-on-ones that he was able to save it.
Mm-hmm.
And match rating, yeah, maybe like a 7,
Yeah.
7.5.
Well, we're all in agreement. I'm actually gonna go for Ter Stegen as well, just because. Yes, Pedri scored that goal, but Ter Stegen kept us in the game and basically gave us the 3 points.
And
Busquets,
something worth, and real quick, something worth noting: his ball distribution today was good.
Yeah,
I
his ball
think.
distribution was good. He was very good on one-on-one saves.
And
Pep-
he did have that save at the end with the header from the
Mhm,
free kick. It wasn't the hardest thing to do, but still, he kept it and
mhm.
he did good.
One thing I'm worried about is fatigue because towards the end of the game, I saw both Pedri and Busquets with some tired legs. I saw them making some poor passes just
Yeah,
because like
yeah, yeah.
you can
There was a fast break that
yeah
Pedri had Dembele wide open, and he did a
yeah
sloppy pass that I just gave. I think that was like the second to last play of the game.
oh, yeah
That it could have been the dagger. If it had
yeah
been a decent pass, Dembele 1v1, he could have very well done something
yeah
flashy.
exactly like that pass and that sequence of play, you can tell that Pedri was tired. But I also gave the match a 7. And that's it for today's episode, guys. As always, I post a link on Twitter. If any of you guys want to join, it's at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. You're always welcome. I post a link right before the episode goes live. You're always welcome to join if you guys want to join in the discussion. But as always, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you guys all for the next episode. Peace out, guys.